Hello, everyone. My name is John Edwards. With me, as always, is Zeke Baker, and together we make the Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for making us a part of your day. Say hello to the folks, Zeke.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy, howdy,
I think that's a different type of howdy.
You're supposed to go hody, 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 ho.
I mean, I know, but that's not the howdy I was going for.
You left me hanging there.
Well, you got two different types of howdies. You're singing one song and I'm not.
Well, if you're tuning in for this is one of our shorter shows. A lot of people send us stuff. We want to make sure that we give love to everyone and make sure that we at least drink it and talk about it. Whether or not we like it or not is a different story. Today, we have a friend. Our friend Ryan Peasley sent us samples of Blaum Bros Knotter Rye. And admittedly, he sent us these samples months ago. And you with the baby and just us trying to get together and do some of the other shows and have some interviews, we haven't necessarily had the ability to get together to do this. Now, this is coming from Blaum Brothers. It is the Knotter Rye, which means it is their sourced rye. They do have their own rye, which is called Fever River. This is a Knotter Rye at 63.1 ABV, 126.2 proof. It's barrel number 5. I have no idea what the age is on it. I've seen some other Knotter Ryes. I have not seen the age on it, and admittedly, I didn't take the time to look it up. So I am sorry, Ryan, that I don't have that on it, but this is a hot rye.
Well, they've all been, like 6 to 8 years, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. But this is hot. Hot.
You already tasted it?
No, but
you that far ahead of me?
126.2?
It's just a number, John.
Like age?
No, getting old as hell.
Getting old, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't even speak anymore. Shit.
Getting old as hell with that mustache of yours.
Hey, man, the woman turned 41 this week. I laughed. She set the baby down to do something. Kid just starts wailing as she's like lamenting to me about being 41. So appropriately, I just go over to the kid and, kiss her on the head and say, "Don't worry, baby. At least 3 or more good years before Dad even turns 40. You got one parent that can keep going." Went over real well.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that. As one of the things about Zeke and I, we don't agree on a lot of stuff. We both got women that are older than us, and they don't want to hear that we're still going to be in our 30s when they're in their 40s.
I'll be in my prime when I'm 60. Shit.
Zeke is like one of those guys that you don't know. He still looks like he's 20 when he's 70. Think you're ever going to go bald?
No, man. My sister taunted me with it my whole life. She's like, you get your hair from your mom's dad. He didn't have any hair. I'm like, whatever.
Well, I unfortunately did not have that luck.
Well, if it happens, it happens. Oh well. But
I look good bald except for that damn dent in my forehead.
Football years weren't kind.
No, I used my head a lot. And then when I played rugby and I forgot I wasn't wearing a helmet anymore, those were some rough years.
Actually, that's probably where the most damage occurred.
Probably. Let's talk about this Knotter Rye. The nose, for me, is super, super minty.
I get a balance. I get cinnamon, I get mint, I get baking spice, which I try not to use too much because I feel like it's just too ambiguous and I'd rather try to pinpoint it. But this is just an all-inclusive, really wintry this time of year. You walk in, grandma, whoever's house that's been cooking all day. These are the smells that are just going to punch you right in the face.
I'm glad we waited for this because, if we had this when it was a little bit warmer out, I think I would have a different opinion. But, now that it's kind of cold, it's rainy today. We're looking outside. It's cold and rainy.
It's supposed to be 29 degrees tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel like shit running.
You got to have a nip before you go out and have a run.
Always.
Warm up.
Always do, John. Come on. That's inspiration.
But no, I mean, as you say, that mint is the most predominant on the nose for me. But I do get some of those other notes that you were mentioning. But mint is definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure which one kicks up more spice, so to speak. But between spearmint, wintergreen, somewhere in all those, even like peppermint maybe, because this has got a little kick.
Definitely, it's funny you mention that because now that I nose again, it's definitely got more of a peppermint than a spearmint.
Yeah, it hit me up. Honestly, that wasn't anything I thought of until it just blurted out. But I think that's where I am, like a big Starbright peppermint thing.
But it's almost like, people that use essential oils and rub some peppermint under their nose if they're, having a cold or something. This is something that I think could really open up your sinuses. If you need to, your wife might be rubbing essential oils on her forehead and you're like, I'm going to go get the whiskey. You should know this as a pharmacist. Don't look at me like I have 3 heads.
John, I have never believed in or recommended essential oils.
I actually really like the peppermint essential oil, but you can make all sorts of stuff with essential oils. You can make your own like insect repellent, things like that. Oh, Zeke, let me give you the play-by-play here. We're going to do it golf style. Zeke just had a sip. He's making some faces. Woo. He's looking up at the ceiling right now. His eyes are getting a little bit glossy. He's taking deep breaths. We're going to see, does he make this putt?
Man. Oh, that's a jump up and grab you by the balls.
Really?
Get you some.
So when I said it was 126.3 or 126.2, it's pretty hot.
It's not the heat. It's how much it comes off. I mean, it's not hot. It is, but it's not going to scald you. But the exponential amount of everything you nosed that's going to hit you. I mean, wow. Sheesh.
So I actually got a little bit of dill on the taste in the very beginning. The rye spice did not tingle as much as I thought it was going to. I definitely got the hug in that 126.2. I felt it in my chest. But I got a little more dill than I thought. I didn't get as much mint. I got more dill than mint on the palate.
I get some there, not a ton. I'll tell you what this really reminds me of, and it's laughable because I think I had the same reaction to it every single time we worked down that bottle. It's Handy. That's where this really puts me. Rarely do I say I think this would be better with water, but I think it would be.
Do you want to try it? Put a little bit of water in there.
It's just such a strong expression. I'm laughably surprised. Like I said, the proof didn't get a hold of me by any means. It really didn't. It was how loud the expression of flavors were that just, for lack of better words, were too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you have a similar reaction?
It's funny. I didn't run when I had it. I kind of let the whole experience happen. I didn't mind I really didn't mind the hug. I liked that it wasn't too much dill. Dill was probably the most prevalent that I had on the taste, and the palate, but it wasn't too much. Zeke put some water in there.
I didn't taste it. I just nosed it.
So with the water, much more dill, but a heck of a less hug. It actually brought out more of the rye spice. Like my mouth tingled more with a little bit of water in there. And not in a bad way. It was a slow tingle. And all that spice really hit. I actually kind of prefer this with a little bit of water. And I rarely say that.
I'm yes and no. I get I get the same rye kick up with the water, which is weird, but it makes it more singular in the tasting. It's much more one-dimensional, I guess, of just heavy, like you said, rye kick, cinnamon, little dill something back in there. I like the nose a whole lot better with the water. To me, it got a much more vanilla, cinnamon, creamy-ish. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny because we always laugh in regards to Handy and Baby Saz. Like, crush Baby Saz all day, but Handy's just not my cup of tea for whatever reason. And I think I'm at a similar point here with this. I don't know why.
So they have, and the price on this is really tough because someone sent us a couple sample bottles. You know, I've seen store picks of this as much as 60 to 70. I've also seen 375s of the Knotter Rye from anywhere from 26 to 31, which isn't, you know, you think about it, $60, kind of in the same line, right? I don't know. I don't mind this. I would probably say try the 375 for 26 to 31. I really like this with water.
I do. You've got some left. I mean, I just had my second pour.
Do you want some more? I have more in the sample.
No, I'm good. I was going to say with the second tasting of it after the water sat there for a minute, much creamier, much easier. I mean, unless someone just really loves rye and like loves to get their tongue chewed up by it, I think that cask strength expression is just too much. But you know, with those few drops of water you put in there, just super creamy, easy drinker. The second time, it was nice.
So we are by with some water.
For once, man. Yeah, you know, always keep an open mind, they say, and you know, for once here for this one for sure. Wow, just too much, honestly, I think.
Yeah, it's not often we get that, but
and not the first pour of the evening either. I mean, you know, I could see it if, you know, we're coming in here and that's the first thing, it just gobbles you up. But by now the palate should be a little seasoned.
Exactly. But well, I didn't hate it. You know, I probably wouldn't run and get it at the proof it was at. But had I known and had I been able to go into a store and play around with it a little bit, I would get it once I knew the creaminess that would happen after a few drops of water.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great when you have, you know, random guest over that, you know, you may or may not think the most of, and you just give them a pour of that in a Glen with nothing else.
Just to castrate.
Yeah.
Here you go. Try this.
This shit's amazing. Here you go.
I just look at the look on their face.
It's like the old cartoons, you see the 3 X's over the eyeballs. Done.
Speaking of that, if you want some X's over your eyeballs, go ahead and find our podcast on Apple, Google Play, Stitcher, Podknife, TuneIn, YouTube. We're on all the big ones. Anything that you... Spotify, iHeartRadio. I keep forgetting to mention that in our last few podcasts. Please leave us a 5-star review. If you don't like us, go ahead and reach out to us. Tell us why. We would love to do better. You can find our Facebook group, Dad's Drinking Bourbon, on Facebook. Go ahead and answer some questions. Come on in, join the fun. You can find us on Facebook at Dad's Drinking Bourbon, Twitter at Bourbon Dads, Instagram at Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Zeke, where else can the folks find us?
Nashville, Tennessee, various other spots, rarely.
Yeah. Shout out to the Bourbon Cowboy. We'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.
Yeehaw.